Hi, welcome to the social space. You know what, guys? This is the show all about Wichita Falls, Texas, and the whole wide world. Before I introduce our cast today, as always, thank you to News Channel 6, our partner, 10:30 Saturday nights, News Talk 1290, 10:30 Saturday mornings, and Impact Signs and Falls Truck Center. Hey, got our mugs, our cartoon mugs on all the buses around town.
Oh, yeah.
We've been throwing tomatoes at mine.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Okay.
But we are grateful for Sean.
We are, Sean and
Yes.
Tanya.
Yes, we
hey,
are.
I'm Eric Crossan. I'm grateful for Sean and Tanya. And over here is Jackie Hager. What do you got around your neck there, Jackie?
Oh, just, feeling the season of fall.
She's
Furry balls.
She's not letting Halloween go.
No. Even though we have gone full force into Christmas, have we not, Andrew Bell?
We have totally forgotten about Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
and
we just screamed
soaring
on
right
past it.
through to Christmas.
Yeah, come by Hager Communications at 901 Indiana and take a look at the office. Wow, Jackie's got people decorating 24/7. It's great.
Well, I would like to graciously donate some decorations after the show.
Nice.
So these
Speaking of which, Michael Fiore is here. We just figured out your last name means flower.
It does. It's
That's
Italian.
crazy.
Means
believe
flower,
you.
so it's very fitting for this business.
Yes, you are. You work at Smith's Garden Town Farms. What is your actual title there?
I'm a manager,
Manager.
so I have a lot of different hats that I wear.
Yeah.
I notice you wear hats on every episode. I generally am wearing a hat too.
covering my bald spot.
Andrew's a big fan of hats as well.
absolutely.
Yeah,
So,
I'm waiting for a custom-made hat from
Okay,
Andrew.
okay.
I wanted to say made by Andrew Bell, too, right across the front.
that would add so much value to it.
Michael, so Smith's Garden Town, legacy of Wichita Falls. There's no better place in town to get plants from. These guys.
Poinsettias?
Poinsettias.
Hey, Andrew, this show is about poinsettias.
Poinsettias.
Yeah, I know you have a lot of questions about poinsettias.
I love them, but you're right, Andrew. Smith's Garden Town and Catherine and your entire family are a legacy. We just got finished with pumpkins. You had so many pumpkins out there.
We actually sold more pumpkins this year than we ever have in the history of the business.
That's awesome.
Even with COVID going on, we didn't have all of our kids' activities this year. We weren't doing, the petting zoo and the pony rides and all of that going on. But Wichita Falls still showed up, and it was like more and more families were coming out every single day and buying lots of pumpkins this year.
Oh,
That's really good.
But now we're into poinsettia season.
Yes.
So I asked you earlier, when do you guys plant your homegrown poinsettias, and how many do you know to plant?
Well, it's always a question of how many are we going to plant. We do start in July and August, and we don't plant them from seed. Actually, most of the things that we grow are not grown from seeds, because what we want is we want a very consistent product. And whenever you plant seeds always germinate at different times and grow at different rates. And a lot of times you don't get a consistent product because there's a lot of genetic variation that goes into seeds. So poinsettias are actually grown mostly from what are called clones. So you actually take a cutting and you can start a whole plant. You could actually take cuttings off of this plant and start new plants, and they would be genetically identical to the mother plant. Wow. So when you're trying to grow thousands and thousands of plants and you want them to be consistent across the board, clones and cuttings are the way to go. So we get our clones in usually in July and August, and then we plant them up at our facility and grow them right on site. This year we have about 12,500 that we grew, and we kind of determine that number. We try to pre-sell if we have any wholesale orders, which we don't do a whole lot of wholesaling. Most of it stays here in Wichita Falls for our retail store. Yeah. But we look at historical numbers, we look at the numbers that we're running this year, and we just try to determine that way how many to grow.
Clones and cuttings.
Who
Yeah.
knew?
That was the name of my glam goth band in high school.
Well, there
No
you
comment
go.
there.
Hey, so it's a rumor, right? These guys they're not really poisonous to dogs?
So technically speaking, there are a lot of plants that we sell and a lot of plants out there that are poisonous to dogs and cats. Now, when you look at a plant that's poisonous, there's a very big scale that ranges from mildly irritating all the way to instant death.
Yeah.
Poinsettias are going to be way down, way down here on the poison scale. If a small dog were to eat, say, an entire poinsettia, which they wouldn't, because they are very distasteful, They are in the same family as spurge, which is euphorbia. I don't know if you've ever broken a poinsettia stem, but they have this milky substance that comes out of them. It tastes terrible. Don't ask me how I know that. But at worst, they're going to be just a mild irritant to your pets or to kids. You don't want to get a whole lot of that sap on your hands. It can be a little bit irritating. But we've been selling poinsettias for upwards of 70 years. We've sold hundreds of thousands of them, put them in people's homes, all over the country, all over the community, and we've never had a single death of a dog or a child or anything like that. I mean, they're a very, very safe thing to put in your house.
How many colors do poinsettias come in?
I saw a yellow one on Facebook.
Yeah, and a white one?
Yeah, there are a lot. So the plant breeders that are out there are doing a really good job of coming up with new varieties every year. The one over there is actually J'adore Hot Pink.
Love it.
J'adore in French, I believe, means the door. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, that's a cool series, the J'adore series that has come out. And that one I really, really like. It's got a really great hot pink color. Yeah. And then, of course, there's new varieties of reds. There's all kinds of variegated, different types of pink. There's whites. There's different intensities of whites. But there's a lot out there.
They're so pretty. So how early do people start picking these up? Like, as soon as you get them on the retail shelves?
Yeah, pretty much. So people such as yourself, which we are calling festive people, will come in early. Other people like to wait until the last minute to get theirs because some people are a little intimidated about, say you buy this poinsettia today, can I keep it alive until Christmas? Oh. So there are some people out there that consider themselves black or brown thumbs or varying shades of colors of thumbs. But I don't want people to be intimidated about keeping a poinsettia alive. We've already done the hard work for you. We've got them to bloom. It's pretty tricky to get them to bloom at the right time and to get them looking good for the right season, and we've already done that for you. So, your main job is just maintaining that moisture level where it needs to be, and they're gonna look good for you throughout the season.
So what other products are pretty popular around the holiday season besides poinsettias?
So we sell a ton of pansies right now for outdoor use. So poinsettias cannot be put outdoors. They have these big leaves, they get shredded by the wind, but most of all, they're a tropical plant. So these actually originated from Mexico, and they cannot take freezing weather at all. So that's kind of a misconception because they are a Christmas plant. People think, oh, I'm gonna put this out on my front porch, and then all of a sudden we're down below like 40 degrees, and these things are just crashing and looking terrible. So we always tell people we sleeve them as they're going out the door to get them protection from the wind, and we say just get them straight into your house, and don't leave them outdoors. We do a lot of deliveries, and we have to do them that way, and we will not leave a poinsettia on your front porch if you're not home.
Who would have ever thought that a poinsettia was a tropical plant?
That's crazy.
I would have never thought that.
Absolutely,
Pansies, though. Pansies be good for you.
But
So we're about out of time for the segment here. Once again, Jackie, I'm always amazed. These topics come up. You say we're going to talk about poinsettias, and I'm like, how in the world are we going to talk about poinsettias? That was fascinating.
I love Smith's Garden Town. Thank you guys for being such a solid, strong legacy business in this community. And you guys made it through the drought, and then we made it through COVID. With determination, and so
COVID's over?
Oh, well.
Whew. I'm glad to hear that, Jackie.
Well, isn't it election day?
Hey, we are taping this on election day. Hey, how's the Civil War going?
Yeah.
Thank you for being here, Michael. We appreciate it.
Thanks for
what
having
we're going to do is we're going to take a break. We're going to bring Sarah Turner up. It's they kind of link together because they're going to talk about their Christmas card that's coming up, and their
Christmas magic.
And Smith Garden Town is part of that promotion. They're on that card.
We are a more magic retailer.
More magic retailer. So we're going to talk to Sarah when we come back. Social Space.
Falls Truck Center has parts and is quickly becoming the go-to provider for big truck parts for every major manufacturer on the highway, including thousands of in-stock OE and quality aftermarket brands. With over 45 years combined experience selling and locating those hard-to-find parts, Joseph and Jack are on standby and ready to assist you with any repair project. Need service too? Falls Truck Center can get you in a bay and back on the road within hours, not days or weeks. Come see us at Falls Truck Center next to Flying J. Call us at 940-64-PARTS.
Hi, welcome back to the social space. I am Eric Crossland here with festive person Jackie Hager and
Mary.
Mary. Are you a festive person, Andrew Bell?
No.
Yeah. I wonder if you were like me.
He lied.
Not married, no children. Would you not decorate at all? Like I don't decorate at all.
Do you
My
not
apartment
decorate?
will not change.
Oh, I'm coming to put a tree up in your place.
Yeah, you can't be a Scrooge, especially this year.
I mean, I'm not against it. By the way, this is Sarah Turner. Hey, Sarah. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, we at the Junior League of Wichita Falls. Some people know. A lot of people know what that is. A lot of people don't know what that is. So, what exactly are y'all?
So we are a women's organization. We're committed to promoting volunteerism and bettering our community. So.
Awesome. Jackie, you got a lot to say about the Junior League. You were involved in it 12 years?
Yes, I'm a sustainer and chaired Christmas Magic. And so, Sarah, it's good to have you on the show today to talk about what Christmas Magic looks like this year.
Yeah, so it's quite different this year. This is actually the 39th year for the Junior League to host Christmas Magic. And, year after year, it has been, pretty similar for several years. It started out in what you said was the activity center downtown.
Which is now the library.
Which is now the library downtown.
This library?
Yes.
And then a number of years ago, it grew and expanded into the Impact Hall. So traditionally we have anywhere from probably 95 to 100, 120 vendors that come from all over this United States to sell their Christmas products and, whatever they're promoting for the Christmas shopping season. And then we have like a plethora of other events that go along with Christmas Magic, like the auction gala. We usually have some kind of children's event, and just, a wide array of different events and activities that go along throughout the weekend. But due to COVID this year, we have not been able to do any of that. So literally everything that we're doing is different than what has happened in years past. So back in July, Christmas Magic, the steering committee starts meeting usually in April, and so we've had to have all of our meetings virtually. That's been kind of crazy. Yep. But back in April, we started kind of turning the wheels and brainstorming ideas on what we could do if we were going to have to cancel the market. And finally, around July, we've decided that we needed, we've got to make this call, and we felt like the most responsible thing for our community to do would be to not host the actual market in person and come up with a different plan. And so that's why we came up with the More Magic discount shopping card. So.
Yeah. So talk about that. What do you mean by that?
So with that, we have invited lots of local vendors. We have nearly 60 local businesses have signed up to offer some kind of discount or promotion during the month of November. So you can buy a card. We're calling it the More Magic card. You can buy the card for $20. You can get those online at jlwf.org. And with that card, then you can go to any of the participating businesses and then receive whatever discount they're offering.
Very cool. My favorite thing about Christmas Magic was going to find the dry soup people. Yeah. Goodness.
Yeah.
Love that stuff.
They are a fan favorite.
Yeah.
So I had several
they
people
were one of
asking
the
about them on
vendors.
Yes.
Facebook.
Mine was the Divinity.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you go to Christmas Magic without buying Divinity?
All the fudge.
All the fudge, yes.
I love the popcorn too.
Christmas Magic, of course, is the big one, but you guys got other promotions coming up, right? You want to tell us a little about some more of those?
So within the Christmas Magic umbrella, we've got the More Magic shopping card. This weekend on November 7th, we are hosting a Nothing Bundt Cake drive-through event. So you can come by the League Center between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. and you can drive by and pick up some bundt cakes. There's 5 different flavors that we're offering. There's chocolate chip, red velvet, lemon, white chocolate raspberry, and pumpkin pumpkin spice. Those are great just to save for, a lot of people freeze them and save them for Christmas presents to give out to, friends and family. And then the following weekend, November 14th, we are hosting our first ever Christmas Magic Santa Run. So it's going to be a 5K fun run
Nice.
here downtown. Are you a runner?
I am, yeah.
I'm not. This has been a challenge for me because I know nothing about running. So Sarah Solomons is very much heading this project up. Yeah, I don't sweat, so. But it should be a fun time for all. We're encouraging costumes, so if you want to dress up like Santa or an elf, we just want to make it like a fun, family-friendly event. But it's going to follow the same route that the St. Patrick's Day run does. So it's going to start at the farmer's market.
Yep.
And follow the Wichita Falls Trail, and then come back and end at the farmer's market.
I'll
Very
watch
cool.
everybody starting in their race. I'll get you some Facebook Live of that,
Oh my
Jackie.
gosh, you have to, because I always watch. Now, remind us again, where do we pick up this More Magic card for savings? Let's see, you said up to 60 vendors in Wichita Falls?
You can get them online at jlwf.org. We're mailing those out just as soon as the orders come in. And then we have some local businesses that are on the card. Some of those stores are offering them in the stores as well.
One last question. How long do the savings last?
The promotion is good November 5th through the 25th.
Okay, and then I would bet all of the Junior League members are talking specifically about one or two special deals on that list. Anything exciting you can share with us?
Well, Harvest Dragon Gift, they are offering like 50% off of their Pandora line. If you're in the market for some Botox or plastic surgery, Texoma Plastic Surgery is offering, I think, 25% off of a surgery. I think you can get 50 units of Botox for like $425, which apparently is a great deal. I don't know anything about any of that kind of stuff. But
They giving any hair transplants?
about that.
Okay.
That might count as a
We'll
surgery. I know Sarah Solomon, she's an optometrist. She has Boomtown Vision in Burke Burnett. She's doing 40% off of frames.
That's nice.
K-Bon Jewelers, we're having 25% off of select fashion jewelry and watches and, grab and go Christmas items, things like that. So there's some really good deals on there that will easily, make up for that $20 that you're spending on the card.
Awesome. Yeah, so go to the website, pick that card up. Sarah, thank you so much for being here. We're going to hope everybody picks up a card and helps out. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to have a military minute for you. I guess that's more like a military 7 minutes. I just want to take a second to point out that these are given to us by one Benjamin Rimmert. He's right back here on this picture. And he makes these for us, and he works out there at Shepherd now. He used to work with me at the city, and this one is, they went out to California to shoot this one. I don't know if you know, but the Shepherd Air Force Base right here in town is the biggest training base in the world. We got the Euro-NATO Joint Fighter Pilot training there. So that's why these are in our show here. We like to talk about the military. Thank you again for being here, Sarah.
Thank you for
All right,
having
we'll be right
me.
back. Social Space.
Welcome back to another edition of Shepherd Speaks. I'm Brigadier General Kenyon Bell, commander of the 82nd Training Wing at Shepherd Air Force Base, and I'm here with our Command Chief, Chief Master Sergeant Dina Mosley. Today we have the opportunity to be out in Vandenberg, sunny California, visiting with the 381st Training Group. And so with us today is the commander of the 381st Training Group, Colonel David Rickards, and his group superintendent, Chief Master Sergeant Lance Power. And so it's a pretty significant opportunity for us to come out and talk about what's taking place here at Vandenberg, specific to the 381st Training Group.
Absolutely, sir. And you know, Vandenberg has a special place in my heart because I spent 2 years here as the command chief before taking on the same role there at Sheppard Air Force Base at the 82nd Training Wing. So I'm super excited to be able to share this moment and be back here at Sheppard Air Force Base to welcome our mission partners back to the 82nd Training Wing. Our missile maintainers are back under the umbrella of Sheppard Air Force Base.
This is pretty special. You know, when we think back a little bit about the link between the 381st Training Group and Sheppard Air Force Base, we can very easily see that missile maintenance training used to be done at Sheppard Air Force Base back when it was the Intercontinental Ballistic Missile Maintenance Training along with the Intermediate Range Ballistic Missile Training. And so that was back in the 50s, almost all the way to the 80s. And then after it left Sheppard, it transferred out here to Vandenberg.
Indeed, sir.
So there's a lot for us to be able to unpack. Colonel Rickards, I think probably one of the first things that everyone is interested in knowing and understanding is, what is this mission out here that the 381st Training Group does?
Well, yes, sir. It's pretty straightforward. We're charged with producing world-class nuclear warfighters on the operations side, so that's 13 Ns, and on the maintenance side as well, so that's 2 MOs and 21 mics. And not just for big missiles like the Minuteman III ICBM, but for smaller ones like you see arrayed behind us here, the air-launched cruise missile, maintenance for that as well.
So it covers both officer and enlisted
yes, sir.
Across the board. Yeah. Chief, what makes this kind of special in your eyes, this, the mission that goes on here, the criticality of this mission?
It's one of the Air Force's, in our opinion, just one of the most important missions that our airmen get to do every single day. When Colonel Rickards and I get a chance to meet them every week on the enlisted side that arrive from basic training, it's just exciting to see that passion, that desire in their eyes. And I always ask this question to them: when's the last time the United States has ever used a nuclear weapon? And more often than not, they go back in history, they account to World War II and other periods that they think is the correct answer. But the response, sir, is every single day. Every single day in deterrence, every single day in the training that the airmen and the 381st and the 532nd Training Squadron accomplish.
Yeah, and you know, that, I think that linkage that you just talked about, the 532nd and the 381st, it brings us really to why are we even here? You know, there's been a transition that has taken place that brings the 381st to the 82nd Training Wing.
That's right.
What is this? What's this big change that just happened?
Right. Well, yes, sir. About 4 months ago, General Tullis started the process of moving the 381st out from a direct report to her under your watch care out there at the 82nd Training Wing, because she knew that the Space Force was about to take the 533rd Training Squadron, which we haven't mentioned yet. They're the space operations outfit here at Vandenberg. So the Space Force is going to take the 533rd and bring them under their umbrella in the Space Force. And then at that point, we would become a group that just was too small to continue as the way we had in the past. So we started the process of being transferred to you, which happened on the 7th of July.
Right.
And since then, it's been a good relationship.
Right. So we're talking about the types of training that goes on here. Colonel Rickards, there's a lot. I mean, there are different shred outs. I've read the brochure. I've gone down through the mission brief. Can you just break it down for me? What types of training goes on here? Who comes through Vandenberg Air Force Base here in the 381st Training Group and goes out to the operational force?
Yes, sir. It's the gateway for nuclear operations. It's the gateway for nuclear maintenance as well. And it's unique, not just the air-launched cruise missiles that you see behind you and the ICBMs that you see on static display. It's unique in the Air Force in the sense that maintenance is just as important as operations for us, as we have to be able to execute an order from the President to expend a nuclear weapon if we need to. And so just like, to use an aircraft term, just getting that plane out on the ramp shows that we're capable. And us, in our terms, it's getting that missile on alert and ready to go if the President asks us to. It's getting this air-launched cruise missile ready to go if the President needs us to. So it's maintenance and ops that are joined together in that sort of operation.
You know, Chief, the other thing is when we have geographically separated units, they are so tied in to the base where they're located.
Right.
And so here at Vandenberg, we really want to thank the installation commander and command chief, Colonel Mastelier and Chief Hogan, for taking care of our team here. Everything that we're hearing about today just can't be done without the support of an installation team.
Indeed.
So we really appreciate you taking care of our team out here. Thank you very much. And as we make this transition, we'll hear more about the wonderful things that are taking place out here at Vandenberg with all of the teammates out here that are performing their mission with the 532nd Training Group and the 381st Training Support Squadron. So we're happy to have you. Glad to have the team on board, and thanks for letting us come out and spend some time with you.
Yes, sir.
Join us again for another edition of Shepherd Speaks, coming to you real soon.